See, the thing that bothers me about these statues is the orb they're holding, not the staff. I always go to the orb because it's the color, and I don't. That's why I confused it last time. Oh man. Because the way I see like patterns for like puzzles and stuff like that is I go like color, pattern if there's like a design or like how many like a multicolored and like layout, and then I go by shape. So I see color and I go, oh, purple on the purple, gold on the gold, there's a chest. And then it's backwards because the orbs are swapped. They're the ones that they're holding.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Big time.
Oh well, what we got? What? We're gonna go find this chest. Has there been any other gaming news or anything related that you've seen? Wait.
Oh. I suppose I could find some stuff.
Yeah. This is not a door to the next.
Pretty smooth.
Okay, we'll find this
Okay,
chest.
that's kind of amazing.
What?
Somebody modded Dark Souls to have a seamless co-op rather than
Ooh.
summoning-based co-op that it normally has.
Bloodborne win.
Bloodborne never.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do they refuse to give? It's like Nintendo, where it's like, don't you want my money? Take my money, please. But we'll never get it. I thought there was a chest on this level.
Yeah?
There's no more chest on this level.
Did you open it?
No. I left the floor because I thought the door was a teleporter and not a door. Which I'm...
You what?
I'm dumb. I thought it would transport me into a different part of the map instead of to the next
They've never
floor.
done that.
I know. There was one thing that did that, and I used it for the door for some reason.
No, there's nothing that did that. The thing you're thinking of transported you to the next floor.
Yeah.
Only a hole in the ground has been...
That's what it was. Anyway. There's a chest somewhere, I think.
I think you might have to reload the whole thing. There's definitely not anything under there. Nothing at all.
Duck and cover.
Literally nothing.
Oh. No.
That's to the next floor.
No. There's still no chest here.
Is this the
wow.
correct level?
It is. Golden Quagmire.
You're in Golden Quagmire?
Well, we're gonna try it again. Level 12. Level 12. Golden
Oh,
Quagmire.
did you?
Oh, I left and then they undid the level.
You left the dungeon. It wasn't just the floor. You left the third floor, right?
Yes.
And then it went to the...
Yeah, that is
that'll
what
do it.
Now I understand. I wish it wasn't so finicky, but I also appreciate that it is undoable.
Okay, I've got some news for you.
Huh?
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2.
Okay.
You will be able to repair your weapons.
Oh my goodness. Did they double the durability?
Double the durability. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom has like the double durability thing.
Yeah. But in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, well, no, they're not doubling the durability in Breath of the Wild. But you can repair your weapons.
Yay.
If you roll a random weapon repair thing on the daily thing that you get from the Zelda Notes app.
Ooh. Why do they have to, like, contrive it in such a way? Why is it so weird? Just let me repair my weapon or double the durability. It's literally just a patch you can do. Like, I get what they wanted to go for, but it's just too annoying for it to be worth it. It's like the Path of Exile 2 stuff that they just kind of happened. I gotta say my talk. I don't know if you.
I've seen that. The issues currently with the game seem to boil down to we want to make a slow, methodical experience. Here's Diablo 3 level and speed of mobs. Go.
Yeah, that was a lot of the frustration can be boiled down to that, was that I personally, like me personally, think that what they want can be accomplished and that it would do very well. I just think that they are too stuck in their design philosophy, like just things that they know work with the first game. Like they're not thinking outside the box enough, in my opinion. And once they figure that out, then it will become amazing. Like, it's already good. Like, they fixed a lot of it, actually. But if they want slow, methodical design, then they need to really ramp down the speed of enemies, make them way harder to deal with, and make them drop like make them all each like mini loot pinatas. Like, make you feel good about taking them down and to accomplish your task. Lower the scale and the scope of like how big the maps are by like a large degree, because your character is just so slow. Like you are just personally super duper slow, and that's okay. It's just maps are also very, very large, so you feel like double super slow, and it's a huge frustration for a lot of people. In fact, there's like, because I played when the first release came out, and essentially I played on Trade League, and basically no one would sell any boots or buy any boots that was like didn't have the speed modifier on them for making you move faster. It was just like required. Period. So, once they iron out and think outside the box a little bit more, I think their design goals will be realized, and I think it will work. But yeah, it was just they did a lot of changes that in conjunction all together made it really exacerbated the issues that the game had in design wise. No chest on this map either. Here it is.
Just
There-
one
there
on
it is.
this floor.
Hopefully they figure that out.
This isn't gaming related news, but it's showing up on my gaming related news based news aggregator for some reason.
What is it?
JoJo Part 7
JoJo 7? Nice.
is getting animated.
I think I'm trying to remember which is the part I ended up stopping at. I think it was after Jolene.
Well, Jolene was Part 6, so
Maybe it was like in Jolene, the story arc there. I forget. Maybe I think I caught up and then I just didn't pick it back up. But hey, Part 7 is something new.
Part 7 is something.
Hopefully it's good. It will likely be good.
I mean, when has it not been good, right?
Yeah, when has it not been good? I, as a as I have spoken about books earlier today, wish that there was more continuity, more overall things instead of like, well, there's stands, yeah, but there's like a new enemy and there's like something else and like things are taking place elsewhere, and the only thing that really sticks around is that the person's called JoJo.
There's a. You never finished part 6?
No.
Well,
It might be explained, and I might need to go and finish it.
okay, well, whatever you do, don't go in there.
Yeah. Don't undo and redo my thing again. Sounds like I need to finish part 6.
Sounds like you need to finish part 6.
Spoilers for JoJo, I think. I know that there's like a curse. I think, if I recall. There's like the marking on like the bank of their shoulder blade or something, right?
Yeah, you need to finish part 6.
Okay. Like, it's like a bloodline curse or something because of Dio or some nonsense. I need to rewatch it. Ooh, dang it! It's also different food this time. That's good.
I thought that was the same, but
no, it was chicken and pineapple last time. And it was the soup and mushrooms. But it does change.
Last time you hit one of those, it was mushrooms. So, last time I noticed. Interesting. There's a lot of doorways on this map.
Yeah, so I need to go watch, finish JoJo 6. Probably rewatch it, honestly. And then 7 when it comes out.
It's not that way.
No, but the only thing here is this door.
Maybe that's the right door?
No. That's the door with an up arrow on the map.
Well, no, there's like 3 though.
Yeah.
You will have to redo the whole thing if you go through there, and it's not it. But
because that's the one I went through the first time.
That's the one you went through the first time?
Well, let me go around it and see.
There's the chest.
There's the chest.
Yeah. So so go up that way, and let's see if it connects.
Yeah, that's my goal. JoJo Part 7. That's going to be very nice. Oh, Schedule 1 update regarding the lawsuit thing that was going on. Apparently, if I understand it correctly, in all of it in its entirety, there is an interesting thing that happened. So
did you go through that one? Hold on. Did you go?
Did.
Just real quick. Did you go through? Not that one, like the one where you have to go underground. That door, because that's also got up arrows.
Oh boy, wait. I did not. I'll go here first.
You know how I just said the door always takes you to the next floor and doesn't teleport you somewhere? That's the final door. Go back.
This one's the final door?
Or don't. I guess not going back is fine too.
No, because I went through this one as well.
No, look. Just go to that door. Just go to that door. Don't go through it. Just go to it. I'm saying don't go through it. That's the final door.
Yes.
The statues are there, which means the other doors shouldn't kick you out of the dungeon.
Okay.
They should take you somewhere else.
This one.
Let's do this one.
So, Schedule 1 lawsuit news sort of story. More information. Apparently, what happened originally was the publisher made an announcement, like, publicly, because they have to, like, protect IP, and that's, like, something you have to do as a publisher. But they're like, okay, we're gonna look into this, you know, just because, like, we kind of have to. But, like, we're gonna look into it for, like, copyright infringement or, like, trademark infringement or whatever it happened to be. And someone saw that, picked up the story, and ran with it. And I personally am unsure whether or not it was meant like
Time to take a breather.
like we're doing this now, or if it's like we're actually like just investigating it and we're only just starting the investigation. You know what I mean? Like, what? Another door here.
Sorry, I'm just what?
What's up?
Bethesda.
Oh, don't worry about Bethesda.
I'm worried about Bethesda.
We should all be worried about Bethesda, but we all know Bethesda, okay?
Well, or is it id Software that I should be worried about? They made a limited edition Doom 1 and Doom 2 like collector's edition box.
Well, Bethesda's the publisher, it's the developer.
So, but I thought the publisher had a hand in like
they probably do,
merch
yeah.
and stuff surrounding the game.
Yeah,
the box itself runs Doom.
I mean, hey, it makes sense. Is it original Doom?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
the box itself plays Doom. It also comes with like a Caco Demon like figurine.
Yeah.
It also runs Doom.
Like on like a screen at its chest or something.
Yeah, you like open it and yeah.
Am I crazy? What, 8? We're oh okay. I am crazy. I thought that said 80, but the plate was.
It also includes the soundtrack on 4 cassettes.
Cassettes, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who has a cassette player anymore, but that's very
Nobody.
nice, huh?
Literally nobody.
I mean, I might have a radio somewhere that has a cassette player.
That's. I mean, yeah, okay, but like.
Yeah, no one has cassette players. Really.
I haven't had a cassette player in 20 years.
You can
Like,
go pick
there's
one up
been
from
no
Radio
need.
Shack. Oh wait.
Yeah, I'll just drive right over there.
Okay, so they're giving a bunch of like interesting stuff relevant to Doom runs on anything, and oh, speaking of that, but Doom runs on anything and a cassette player or cassette tape. Hopefully they're good and not like high quality. I don't know. And hopefully they're actually real instead of the real fake canvas bag situation that happened with Fallout 76.
You're right, Bethesda. No, it's. I mean, they're literally claiming it. Like, it should be easy enough to determine that they're claiming it runs Doom in this image. So if it doesn't, then it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, well, they claimed it was a real canvas bag the last time too. Either way.
Right, but that takes effort to like investigate the material. This would be very easy.
Very easy. True. Oh right, Doom runs on anything. Did you see that there was like an AI that was like making Doom as it was going?
I don't know about that.
Like it was
just to
playing
add-
Doom, but off of like it itself seeing Doom being played like a lot, so it was just kind of like hallucinating Doom.
Ah, okay. No, I
It was
hadn't
really
seen that, but I did see that somebody ported Doom to run inside of a PDF file.
I saw that, and then I saw the AI hallucinations of Doom, and then
Yeah, I did not see that one.
there was one other one. I think it was recent. Been a while though. Yeah. I just was. Oh, I was gonna speak more about AI and hallucinating games with AI. I wish and I hope that Nvidia decides. Well, not Nvidia, I guess. But I guess Intel or like AMD decides to actually step up their game and produce like computational cards, not AI hallucination cards. Because I would like my games to be non-hallucinated, please.
Best we can do is a little bit of hallucination.
So, I saw a point be made somewhere, I forget where they were like, I don't know what to think about AI hallucinating frames for my games because it's either good enough to be as good as real frames or it isn't. And until we know that difference, until we have someone like, I think the example given was like Shroud missing in like an FPS game because of hallucinated frames, then we won't know for certain. Like if Shroud or I guess someone else who's like super skilled at FPS games decides to use DLSS 4 and misses because the server has data that is different than they're seeing on their screen because of hallucinated frames. Like that is proven. Like they clicked on the head, the person in the game didn't get shot by their gun. Then we won't know whether or not the frames are good enough.
I can already tell you they're not good enough.
Oh,
I'm over here trying to not have a Monster Hunter experience through a Vaseline lens.
That's just Monster Hunter. I think it was just actually very poorly developed.
That's fine. But in its current state, I can either play with a Vaseline filter or not run the game properly. I can already tell you these frames are bad.
They are bad, but I think Monster Hunter is a bad user case in trying to show whether or not hallucinated frames are good or acceptable. Because Monster Hunter,
because it looks a lot sharper without the DLSS on, but the frame rate just tanks. So it's definitely a DLSS.
It might be both issues compounding, but I think new Monster Hunter,
it is. It is. The DLSS makes the game worse, but it runs better because it's not as taxing on the hardware to have fake frames or fake pixels. In this case, I'm not.
But how much of that is the fake frames versus?
No, there's zero fake frames. It's fake pixels. I'm using the upscaler only.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The upscaler looks bad, but makes it run acceptable.
It makes it run better because it's only in 720p upscale. Like, of course my computer can handle that.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, yeah. I just wish games were developed to run like just get 1080, make that run at like 400 frames, please, for the love of God. And then you can feel and think about 4K. And I forget if Steam has their hardware statistics up available for everyone to find. Do you know if they do? Like there's like the Steam hardware survey.
I think they do.
Yeah, I want to know how many people are running 4K resolutions and how many are running.
March 2025.
Steam is probably like the best source to probably use the time for this. It's accurate. Because it will also show you how many people are running Windows 10.
56% of people are running a primary display resolution of 1080p.
What's the next highest percentage? There's 56 are running 1080p. What is the next percentage? Or is it not showing that?
1440p at 19%.
Yeah, so the next one's not even 4K.
No, 4K is the third one at 4.21%.
4.21%. Yeah.
Yeah. 16 by 10, 1600p is actually only 0.09% difference from 4K.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah, I honestly don't know why there is such a huge thing for 4K, other than like, I understand consoles doing that because like TVs and stuff are more likely to be 4K.
Yeah, but you're farther from the screen on a TV.
You are. I know. But my point being,
Pixel
that-
density matters less. Anyway.
my point being that there is such a huge focus on 4K, and it is just chasing a metric that actually has zero value to most consumers. There you go. That's
Yeah, but it's a cool number, and I know what the cool number is. I want
Look,
the cool number.
I like the cool number too. And I agree it is a very cool number, and that we should want the cool number. Except when it comes at the cost of literally everything else.
What? No, but I just know that the cool number is cool, and I want it.
Yeah. That's the bad part.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
That's very unfortunate. Like, if we're going to use Monster Hunter as an example, they really, really, really did not optimize the game at all. It is very unfortunate because honestly, it's kind of a lost art, sadly, where they just rely on hardware capabilities to make up for the difference of not spending the resources to optimize the game when they should just do so because it is the good thing to do and it would make your game better in basically every situation. You would have less like errors because of issues. It's just all. They don't see it as a reasonable cost to spend the resources on, unfortunately. And I wish they did, because I think it's silly that I can't enjoy the Monster Hunter. Well, maybe not for me specifically, because I am running a 1080 and that is quite an old card at this point. But you having a poor experience with Monster Hunter Wild is very unfortunate and should not be the case. And that's just because they were unwilling or unable to optimize the game appropriately. To where the recommended settings for the game are literally run it in upscaling from, what was it, 720 to like whatever you want, right? Like, what was it, 720 to 1080, or is it quarter 1080?
720p to 1440p.
Yes,
So we
from
just do a
four times. Yeah. Like that is their recommended way of playing the game.
Yeah.
That should never be the case. Ever. In any way, shape, or form. Should you have to rely on it being upscaled to 1080p or to 1440? In any world ever, should you have to do that? It is silly that they had that, and that they were even accepting that was the thing that they had to. Like, they should be ashamed for having to do that. Just period. It's unacceptable. And as the data that Steam has shows, more than half of all of the Steam user base, at least the ones that opt into the hardware service stuff, more than half of them are using 1080. And if you can't run 1080 without having to upscale it from a quarter of that, then I don't know what you're doing making games in a AAA studio.
Well, so 1080 is not or 720 is not a quarter of 1080.
It's not 720 is not
a quarter of 10.
but for the 1080 resolution, it's still recommended that you upscale it from a quarter of it.
Yeah, a quarter, but that's like
420?
540.
540, yeah.
540.
It's recommended you do that. Which is right. more unacceptable than you having to upscale yours from 720.
Hey, guess how many people run games at 540?
How many?
It's not even a listed resolution.
Oh, that's funny. I wonder why.
You know what? You actually know. You know what the funniest resolution on here is?
Fun.
800 by 1280.
That makes sense though.
It does it.
Steam Deck.
Is the Steam Deck 800 by 1280? I thought it was a horizontal display.
Oh, you know, you're right. No, I got those numbers mixed around.
Yeah, 1280 by 800, sure. 800 by 1280?
I wonder what those are though. Unless they somehow got those numbers flipped
Well,
around.
no, because 1280 by 800 is also in there.
That is a funny resolution to have on the list, but 540 isn't actually mentioned at all.
Yeah, 540 is not on here. It's probably under Other, which is 2.6%. No, but probably the most surprising thing about the hardware survey that I'm seeing, operating system.
Yeah,
What do you think's on top?
Windows 10, probably, or 7.
You would be wrong.
Oh,
Windows 11 at
11.
55%.
Interesting. I thought more people. Well, I guess that is still a really high number for 10. But what's 10? Isn't the next one down?
40.
40. Yeah, it's still really high.
Oh, it's still the second highest by far, by a
Yeah.
huge margin. That is 95%.
Is
Of
Linux
the total
the next
space. The next one down is going to be Mac OS 15.3.1.
One? That's very unfortunate for Linux.
You say that, but Linux as a whole has a larger share than OS X.
Okay, I didn't know that they limited
2.33% Linux to Mac OS's 1.58.
Looks like treasure.
It's just that more people use the second latest and latest Mac OS versions than any particular version of Linux, but more Linux overall. That's just because
Right.
that's how Linux is.
Yeah, it's got different distribution. What's the what are the Linux specs or stats?
At 0.23% Arch.
That's the one I think I hear the recommended the most. What's the next one?
Mint.